Welcome to the World War Cup, where we reimagine global conflicts as intense, strategic battles between nations. Each video explores what-if scenarios, military strengths, and the outcomes of epic modern and future wars, all presented like a thrilling world tournament of power and survival. The calm before the Pacific storm. The Pacific Ocean stretches endlessly, a blue mirror hiding old memories of war. For decades, it's been peaceful, until now. Brazil, the South American giant, steps into the global arena with new aircraft carriers, stealth fighters, and a secret alliance with Australia. On the other side, Japan, precise, disciplined, and technologically unmatched, prepares to defend its maritime empire. Both nations are drawn into the round of 16 of the World War Cup, where oceans, not land, decide victory. The strategic spark. The match begins when Japanese satellites detect a suspicious pattern, Brazilian warships moving through Micronesian waters. It's a risky path that cuts dangerously close to Japanese influence zones. Tokyo's War Council reacts immediately. Admiral Saito, Japan's cold-minded strategist, orders a silent net operation, a covert ambush designed to trap the Brazilians before they even realize they're in enemy territory. The Brazilian gamble. In Rio de Janeiro, Admiral Luis Tavares believes boldness wins wars. His fleet, codenamed Mar Verde, sails deeper into the Pacific with full confidence. Japan won't dare strike first, he tells his crew. But he's wrong. Japan's stealth submarines, armed with deadly Type 89 torpedoes, are already waiting beneath the calm waves. The first strike. At 14:07 hours, sonar alarms scream aboard the Brazilian flagship São Paulo II. Two torpedoes cut through the water like sharks. One misses, but the other detonates beneath a destroyer. A massive explosion rocks the fleet. Smoke and debris rise high. Brazil's men rush to battle stations. Japan's submarines vanish again into the depths. The ambush has begun. Counterattack in the skies. Brazil answers fast. Dozens of Gripen NG fighters roar into the air, guided by AWACS planes circling above. They hunt for the hidden enemy, but Japan's fighters, the fearsome Mitsubishi F-3 stealth jets, are already closing in. The skies explode in dogfights, missiles streaking through clouds, pilots shouting in Portuguese and Japanese. The battle for the Pacific. Within hours, the Pacific becomes chaos, ships burning, drones crashing, satellites blinking out. Brazil's naval AI, nicknamed Orion, begins coordinating counterfire, launching precision strikes from its long-range missile ships. Japan's fleet, disciplined and lightning-fast, spreads out in perfect formation to confuse the enemy radar. It's a chessboard of steel and flame. Technological edge. Japan's secret weapon, the electromagnetic railgun. Fires for the first time. A projectile traveling at Mach 7 rips through the air, striking a Brazilian cruiser and splitting it in two. But Brazil retaliates with cyber warfare. Within minutes, Japanese radar screens flicker, hacked by Brazilian AI code transmitted from orbit. Admiral Saito clenches his fists, they're inside our network. The turning tide. By nightfall, both sides have suffered heavy losses. The ocean glows with burning oil and drifting wrecks. Then, silence. Brazil's fleet seems to retreat southward. Japan assumes victory. But the next morning, drones detect something shocking. The Brazilians are circling behind a chain of uninhabited islands, preparing an ambush of their own. Operation Neptune's Shadow. At exactly 10 a.m., Brazil launches Operation Neptune's Shadow. A swarm of drones flies low over the ocean, jamming Japanese radars. At the same moment, hypersonic missiles streak across the sky, directly toward Japan's carrier group. Explosions erupt across the water. Japan's carrier Kaga II takes a direct hit. Fire spreads rapidly. Admiral Sato's calm breaks for the first time, evacuate the deck. Desperation and glory. Japan refuses to surrender. Remaining destroyers regroup and counterattack, launching anti-ship missiles at Brazil's command vessel. The battle rages into the afternoon, both sides losing more ships than they expected. In the chaos, a Japanese submarine surfaces dangerously close to the Brazilian flagship, its captain ready for a final suicide run. But before he can fire, a Brazilian drone torpedo detonates nearby, destroying both vessels. The Pacific roars again. The last stand. Hours later, communication lines collapse. Only fragments of fleets remain, one Japanese destroyer, one Brazilian cruiser, both heavily damaged, drifting within sight of each other. Their captains exchange silent respect through binoculars. Neither side wants to fire. But the tournament's rule is clear, only one nation can advance. They both fire simultaneously. Twin missiles cross in midair, and both ships explode. The verdict. Satellites confirm it, both fleets annihilated. But the World War Cup Council counts total damage, resource efficiency, and tactical success. Japan is declared the narrow victor, surviving with 2 submarines still functional. Brazil loses the match but earns global admiration for its courage in creative AI warfare. Legacy of the Pacific Ambush. The world watches in awe. This match becomes known as the ambush in the Pacific, a clash of brains, bravery, and technology. Japan advances to the quarterfinals, where it will face Germany, another powerhouse waiting to test its might. Brazil, though eliminated, leaves behind a legend, that even underdogs can shake empires when courage meets strategy. The War Cup marches on. As the sun sets over the Pacific, the commentators announce the next round. The World War Cup continues, a tournament not of medals or goals, but survival and power. Who will rise next? Who will fall into the waves of history? Stay tuned, the War of Nations is far from over. Ending lines. This was Brazil vs. Japan, ambush in the Pacific. A war fought with pride, precision, and sacrifice. Only one moves forward, but both have written history.